Rico Suave, the code word for tonight's Headbangers Ball. And a bunch of Gerardo fans right here. We've got Pat and John from the band Mind Funk.
I mean, not Gerardo fans, but...
Vanilla Ice.
But that's what you were saying. You guys were saying how influenced you were by Vanilla Ice and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Anyways, now, John, you used to be an MOD, and I guess, no?
No, I was.
Listen, I get confused very easily here, so I guarantee I'll stumble on things by myself. I don't need help. Now, you used to be an MOD with Lewis, right? Mm-hmm. Who's also in Mind Funk.
Right.
And how did you guys form this thing, and where'd you meet this guy?
In hell, but, no.
I'm still there.
Actually, me and Lewis, at the end of the MOD days, we just wanted to do something where we had all our limits, where nobody was holding us back. And to do that was to put together a whole new band, obviously. So we started recruiting a whole bunch of people, like Reed from Celtic Frost, Jay was a good friend of mine. I used to be in a band with him in Chemical Waste. And Pat, actually when we sent him the ticket to fly out, he was gonna fly out here, right? And he told me that he didn't want to join the band. He was just coming for a free flight. And I was like, well, just come out, see what you like, you know. And he lived with us for a couple of days, and we lived like...
Then it was just free rent.
Yeah, but we live like slobs, so it's like just living out in the streets, so it doesn't matter. So it's like he thought, wow, these guys are, you know, out of control. So then he heard the music finally, and he was just like, all right, I think it's really cool, and I want to do it. And it's like we had to go through negotiations and this and that, and then finally it worked out, and that's that.
Now, we're about to play a video from you guys. I heard the album before. I liked the album a lot. And
thank you, Rick.
Well, you're very welcome. And the songs definitely have your own style. Certain songs at times maybe even reminded me of a little bit of a Soundgarden. But the next song, the video we're about to play, is definitely your own style. What is your style? What are you guys doing?
It's all different because I think because of the fact that we grew up all not knowing each other in all different areas, and then getting all those people who had totally different influences, and we're all different ages, you know, getting all those influences together, and that's what makes us, you know, and it's just a funk, you know, we don't try and like categorize it at all, you know, it's just our music. We just do what we do, and we jam, and we have a good time, and
I think the fact that we're from all different, like, we all came from different backgrounds and geographical places as well. It's like they say where you're from. We're like basically from America, you know, I'm from California, and Louis from Chicago. 3 guys are from New York, so it's real weird, and we all are into different stuff, like, but to us, it's like we take like late 60s, early 70s kind of style and redo it in like a 90s way.
Let's take a look at the way they do it. Here is Mind Funk with Big House Burning.
freaks.
When you ask them questions, just so you know, they won't answer you.
No,
Now, now we were just taking a look at the video, which is very cool. You look like you're having kind of fun swinging around and stuff like that. Now, were the segments really filmed underwater?
Yeah, that was me. That was probably the hardest 2 days of my life. We started out, when we got there on the set, it was in this really old building, like in Chicago, down the basement. We used H-Gun, the same people who did Ministry and 9 Inch Nails. And we were going for that whole, like, a harder edge thing. And we got there, and like we were just playing on the floor of the boiler room. I said, isn't there something we can do to like make this like a little more exciting? He's like, what? And I go, why don't we hang a chain from here and like I'll climb up and down it. Well, that lasted about 10 minutes because it was really hard to just stay in that thing. I was in that thing for about 14 hours the first day. And then the next day they had me jumping off roofs, and these are the same guys who did the Megadeth video, and like they had to jump out of an airplane to film that one. So they didn't really care much, but they had me wrapped in this chain and jumping off like high dives into a pool.
Who was the one that was underwater in the video?
That was me.
So he was kind of, you were doing the fun stuff, and it's like, okay, you're gonna go.
End of the pool going.
They're on paddle boards.
Sharks there going, come on, be a little shark in our video and stuff. But it was cool. The only beat thing about it was though, in the day it started out well, and then towards the end of the night we were all drenched and soaking. It was cold in the boiler room, and we were like, all right, this is enough's enough. Just like being here, Rick, before. You're like, all right, enough's enough. We've been here for hours already. And
hey, man.
I mean,
thanks a lot. We'll be sure to invite you back real soon.
All right, thanks.
Anyway, by the way, we are going to be back talking to these guys, possibly. And it is the third and final hour of the Headbangers Ball. We've got debuts on the way from Sepultura, which is a Brazilian band, Creator, which I think is a German band, and Cyclone Temple. I'm really not sure where they're from. Now, when are you guys going to be playing live?
Actually, we're heading out 2 weeks from now. We're going to go over to Europe and tour with King's X, which I love, which will be amazing. And then we're going to come back to the States and tour Motorhead and Metal Church.
Wow,
and that
should be a good show.
Yeah, that should be amazing. And that starts the end of May, which I believe is like the 21st, around 21st. That should be wild with Lemmy. He's a crazy guy.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Now, also, I noticed you guys were saying, hey, you're all from different parts of America. And a lot of times when people record an album, they'll record it in either New York or LA or sometimes Vancouver. You guys recorded your album in
Denmark.
Why?
It was an experience for us to go into the studio the first time together and just get away, just leave. Plus the producer was the main factor though. We wanted to use a new producer that nobody's ever used before. Just like somebody fresh and, you know, to
Who
bring
is
in
the producer?
Yen Eliason.
We wanted to use someone that like always got a really big sound, whatever they did. And we talked to a lot of really big names and stuff. And we felt like if we really wanted to make something really different, that the best way to go about it is to get someone who's never done anything like us at all. And because if you use someone who's done metal or rock or like, you know, the new age music kind of thing, it's like you're going to get the same input as you already have. But if we use this guy who's basically done dance music and stuff,
Really?
and like, but everything he's done has been really heavy. And what we were most concerned about was like him trying to like make us wimpy. And when as soon as we got there, like in pre-production, when we started recording, he was always going, "Oh, I think you did that heavier before." So
really heavy.
it turned out really cool. Plus, we're the kind of people, like, in a weird way, we're like all insane, and we knew if we dealt with someone who was telling us what to do, that it was going to be ugly in the
work,
studio.
yeah.
So this guy was cool. He gave us a lot of cool
This
suggestions.
worked out the way you
Yeah, it
guys
was a
Yeah.
total
wanted, right?
experience too. Like everybody over there was really friendly, and all the girls were really friendly. That's like
Yeah,
why.
they
That's
were.
why I like. That's why I like
That's
it.
Denmark,
here.
right?
Yeah,
The girls are
that-
friendly in Denmark.
Yeah,
Good
that's
beer.
why I like California. Though I'm glad you moved, man. I like it
Not
out
all the
here.
girls are friendly. You'll spend
Yeah,
some more time
I'm
in California.
staying.
You'll
Well,
learn.
you haven't lived
Thanks
in
a
New
lot
Jersey.
for not yet. Thanks a lot for spending some time
a
with
lot.
us.
Thanks for
and,
having us,
definitely
man.
be looking forward to seeing these guys on the road.
Take care.
Right now it's time. We're just playing a lot of bands I like, so it doesn't mean like I'm just
Oh,
trying
boy.
to score points by saying nice things about the bands. It's because I really like all the bands that we're playing tonight. And right now, here's one of these great bands. Here is Alice in Chains, who's going to be on the Clash of the Titans tour. Check this out. Alice in Chains, Megadeth, Slayer, and Anthrax coming to your town soon.
amazing.
Here is Alice in Chains with Man in a Box.
Excellent.